Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new, and welcome back. If you're not new, my name is Holly and this is Life After 45. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about the best soothing products for your skin. So you may or may not know, but I've talked about it 1,000,001 times. So what's one more time? I get flare-ups of my skin. Here's some pictures. Yeah. Crazy, right? Still don't know the cause. It's a whole long story. I've got a whole video on what I do to my skin when I'm in a flare-up. If you'd like to watch that, please do. Okay, but there's other things that may happen as we age, or maybe you're using tretinoin and you're getting irritation from that, or maybe it's some other kind of skincare product you're using or makeup product you're using and it irritates the fire out of your skin. Maybe as you age, your skin becomes more sensitive to things. Maybe it's starting to dry out and get cracked and crinkly. There's so many things that could happen. So I want to talk to you about the best soothing products for those situations because I feel like I have a pretty good handle on it for multiple reasons. One, because of my personal experience, and that's probably the biggest one. I've tried so many things and I feel like I've narrowed down what really works in those situations. But also, I'm a licensed esthetician, so I know some things that maybe the average person doesn't. Maybe they do. I don't know, but I feel like I do have a little bit of extra knowledge. So without further ado, let's hop into it. Okay, so this brand in general, Vanicream, and I'm not gonna grab all these products. I don't even still have all of these products currently, but I'll pop pictures on here and I will try to link everything below. Vanicream, listen, you may think it looks old school, and it does. It's just very basic, but looks can be very deceiving. Let me tell you this, their face wash, when your skin gets fired up and does some crazy things, I would take it back to the basics of Vanicream. Their cleanser is phenomenal. It's just very soothing products. It's got a lot of ceramides in it, which is fantastic for your skin and is not going to cause any kind of irritation. It's so very good. So I would say the Vanicream cleanser and then the Vanicream moisturizer, those are two of my absolute top picks. First things I'm going to go and get when my skin starts to flare up. They are wonderful. If you get any kind of irritation, try these out. Walmart carries it, the drugstores carries it. They might be $10 to $13. I usually feel like Walmart's always, you know, a little cheaper. You could probably also find it on Amazon. Fantastic products, and that is where I would start if someone told me that their skin was flared up or red or inflamed or raw, that kind of thing, or have eczema. I would start with the Vanicream product line. Also, side note, if your skin is not able to handle L-ascorbic acid as a vitamin C, Vanicream has a vitamin C that's also very, very nice. Now, it's not L-ascorbic, which means, and I don't remember which vitamin C derivative it uses, but it's a much more gentle form. So if your skin can't handle the L-ascorbic acid, give the Vanicream vitamin C a go because it is a very gentle formula and it's still gonna work. It might take a little bit longer than it would with an L-ascorbic, but your skin will get there in the long run and it will thank you for it in the process. Okay, the next thing is rose hip seed oil. Now you're gonna wanna get in a glass bottle, you're gonna wanna get cold pressed, you're gonna wanna get organic. Those are kind of the criteria that I look for. I always have used the Teddy Organics. I would always buy it off of Amazon. It's a fantastic one. I will say, you know, I've tried the Ordinaries and there's been maybe Good Molecules I've also tried. Those are also nice. However, and they're not wildly expensive or anything like that, but you're going to get more bang for your buck with the Teddy Organics, and my skin would just drink this up whenever it would get raw. There would be very few things I could put on it aside from like Vaseline, but it would allow me to put this Teddy Organics cold pressed rosehip oil on it. So if you're having some issues and you don't have anything you can put topically on your face, I would give this a go and maybe just put some of that on it. It's very moisturized, very calming and soothing, and then maybe top it with some Vaseline. That would be my recommendation. It's what's worked for me over the years, and I've had a lot of flare-ups. Next thing my skin can also handle would be squalane. Absolutely love squalane. I will shout it from the rooftops. That is my preferred moisturizing oil. Outside of like hyaluronic acid, which we know is in a ton of things, and everybody raves about that, and that's great, and it is moisturizing, but I find squalane to be even more moisturizing. Now, if you're very oily, it doesn't mean that you can't put oils on your face. That's not at all the truth. But you might, I don't know if you would like squalane or not. It might be a little much, possibly, but what I can tell you is that if you're super dry, and typically when you get inflamed and you have a flare-up, your skin dries out. Or if you have an eczema situation, your skin is drying out and you're flaky and all the things, squalane is going to moisturize the heck out of your skin. So I'd highly recommend. I just usually use this, the ordinary squalane, and it is fantastic, and it's like $9, $10. Okay. I've talked about castor oil before. Now, castor oil is something that has just come into my life in the past year or two since it's kind of gotten the hype, and I've decided I finally wanted to look into it. I wish I had known about it before when I was having flare-ups years and years and years ago. Now, the Teddy Organics has worked out great, so really I don't have a whole lot of complaints. But I will say that castor oil really does tend to heal up my skin pretty darn quickly, because it's antibacterial, antifungal, I don't know, all of the antis you can think of. That is what castor oil is. Again, if you're oily skin, don't be afraid of it. Slather it on your face. The problem with castor oil, I always find, is that it's sticky, and so my hair will stick to my skin. I have to make sure to pull my hair back. It will get on my pillowcase because I'm a stomach sleeper and a side sleeper. So I try to remind myself to lay on my back, but nonetheless, it works great on my flared skin. It is so soothing and calming, and it just feels really, really good whenever my skin gets very angry. So again, you want to look for a glass bottle, hexane-free, organic, cold pressed. There's a couple other things. I will link the brand that I use. It's the Goodbye Company. It has all the things that you want to look for when you're looking for a castor oil. And it's really, really good. And it's $10-ish, something like that. The next soothing product for skin, argireline. I really like argireline. I like to mix it with Matrixyl. I do use the Ordinary's version of both of those. I'll put a drop of each and mix them together, and I just put it all over my face. They're really, really great peptides. Peptides kind of like a buzzword now, and there's still research to be done on peptides, but what I can tell you from my experience is that when I mix those two together, it just feels very, very moisturizing and soothing on my face. And it just kind of helps to calm down anything. I can also tell you, and I know there's plenty of opinions on this, but I can tell you from my personal experience, I'm telling you right now, when I mix argireline and Matrixyl together, it makes my Botox last longer. I've said that before, and I will continue to say it because that's what I've experienced. I don't believe argireline's Botox in a bottle. I don't believe that that's a thing. However, I do believe that the argireline mixed with the Matrixyl does make my Botox last longer by a lot, months. That's what I've experienced and seen. So I will continue to do that. But even though all my Botox, haven't had it for a year and a half almost, I still use the argireline and Matrixyl every morning because it is so moisturizing and feels very good on the skin. It's very soothing products. Next, kind of along the same lines as the hyaluronic acid or squalane, is jojoba oil. It's very similar, very moisturizing, very basic, very soothing and gentle. So, you know, if you try hyaluronic acid and you're wanting something a little bit more moisturizing, you might try the squalane or the jojoba. Just give each one a different go. They're not wildly expensive at all. I'm not sure if The Ordinary has jojoba. I think they do. I think that's what I've used in the past. I can't remember what brand I've used. I'll try to link some. But a very, very moisturizing, soothing product for the face. Similar, like I said, to squalane, hyaluronic acid, but you might prefer one over the other. The next thing is a makeup product. So when my skin does get angry and if I'm wanting to actually wear some makeup and I'm able to, I like, well, there's two things I like, but this is the one that I'll start with. It's the Purito Cica Clearing BB Cream. Whenever I have a flare up, this does a great job at covering the red and calming down the red and soothing it. The Cica in that is part of it's a soothing product. So this is just fantastic. I have it in 13 Neutral Ivory. So if you're my shade twin, I would check this out. I think it's $10 on Amazon, and it's a Korean skincare, or it's a Korean brand. They have a lot of skincare, and this foundation is fantastic. Another soothing product is also a Korean brand. It's the Herborian BB Cream. I think that's a Korean skincare product. It is great as a soothing product as well. It's essentially along the same lines as the Purito Cica BB Cream, CC Cream, whatever that was. So I can't really say a whole lot of different stuff about this other than it is a whole lot more pricey, but it is beautiful. I have it in Claire, if you're my shade twin. Next is just good old Vaseline. That is my product of choice when it comes to raw skin that I can't put anything on. I will just slather myself in Vaseline. Not only that, but it's also a great product if you want to do some slugging. You can also put a thin layer of Vaseline over your skincare products, helps lock it all in. But that's not what this video is about. This video is more about things that are soothing on the skin, and sometimes when you just get so flared up, you just need to dial it back to the very, very basics and just put some Vaseline all over your face. That's what I use when I'm in an extreme flare and nothing else can touch my skin. I'll just slather my face with Vaseline and I'll just keep it on there day and night, and it's just very soothing and healing. And then the last two products that are soothing that I would recommend are two sunscreens. One, they're both Korean. One is the Cynic sunscreen. I'll pop a picture here. Love, love, love. Very, very thin formula. So now again, sunscreens, when I'm in an extreme flare, I discontinue sunscreens because it'll just burn my skin up. But this one is actually pretty darn, like good for sensitive skin. They actually have I believe a sensitive skin version. Same thing with this other one, which is the Centella. Both of these are just fantastic. They're both very similar. They're very thin. They're just soothing as far as sunscreens go. Now, again, once I'm in an extreme flare, I can't even use these because it'll just burn my skin up. So if you're kind of at that point, I would probably not take my chances on that either. But if it's just a mild flare up or I'm starting to heal from it, I'm able to put either of these sunscreens on my face, and I think they are absolutely wonderful products. So that's it, you guys. That is all of the products that I think are just the best for when you're trying to soothe your skin, whether it's from eczema or a lupus rash, or you just have extremely dry, chapped skin, or you're having some other kind of rash or raw skin, or maybe you've gotten burned, that kind of thing. It's just a process because your skin will heal, but sometimes it's a very, very slow journey. Sometimes my skin will stay like that for a month or two, and it's very frustrating. But what I have learned is that once that happens, I just have to discontinue almost everything and dial it down to the basics and just gradually add things on as my skin starts to heal up. So that would be my recommendation for you guys. Let me know if you've tried any of these products. Also, let me know if you have really sensitive skin or if you suffer from flare-ups like I do or something similar. Let me know. Let's talk about it. Let's start a discussion because my doctors really don't have any answers. So I would love to find some. Let's just start a discussion if you also experienced this. And until the next video.